Hello guys, here we are with another review, but this time we have a special review because we're gonna review The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. The way we're gonna review this game is through my game developer's perspective, so it's probably gonna be a special review for many of you. It's not just gonna be a run-of-the-mill review we see on every single channel. Disclaimer before you start watching this video. I do not own an Elgato or any other kind of, recording devices that let me record my Wii U, so I had to use my phone. I had someone hold the phone while I played the game, but that doesn't take away too much from the experience if you just want to see how the game plays and my take on it. So let's start talking about the game right away. Thank you very much for watching from the start. Let's go. So let's start by seeing all the options we have. We have Amiibo, we have Continue New Game. I tried to go to the eShop, but there's nothing there for me. We have Amiibo options, we can invert the vertical camera, the horizontal camera, the sensitivity. I have it fast, I like it fast. So aim with motion controls, which helps. Change jump button, fix minimap to north. So HUD mode is pro or normal. Normal of course has more to show, and then the message window transparency, I'm gonna set it to opaque. So I already started the game. I'm gonna use Amiibo. I have a few Amiibos, so I'm gonna show you what it does. So let's hit continue so we see where we are. Here's all my saves. I'm gonna start the game, load the save data, and let's go. We have a loading time. The loading time is not that bad, to be honest. It's a large game, and we're talking about the Wii U version, not the Switch version. I'm gonna assume the Switch version loads faster. You have some good tips. Of course, this is gonna get repetitive at some point. We have what we have accumulated during the game on the top right, hearts. We have spirit spheres, which are given to you on inside shrines or dungeons. It's like mini dungeons. So let's go. I'm in a cold area right now, and we can see Link is really cold. I'm gonna check out. There were some enemies around this campfire, but I already killed them. I'm gonna find some more enemies. You can see how I'm losing health, even if I'm close to the fire. You can see on the top left is an indicative of being in a cold place, and on the bottom right we have an indicative of temperature, how much sound I'm making with Link, and how cold it is, what time it is, and a minimap. The minimap is great, by the way. You can see how I have some really nice. I'm gonna pause so you can see that. You can see how I have some really nice waypoints set up over to the right. To the left, to the top left. You can see there's a red light and there's a yellow light. So I set those so I can go to those places in the map and just take the dungeons on. We can also see on your top left side, on the top left side of the screen, there's a shield and a sword indicators, and up above we have the on the top side of the D-pad, we can choose which kind of powers we use with the Sheikah Slate, but we're gonna see that in a little bit. So let's continue our gameplay. We already can see Link is losing health from cold, so I'm gonna go eat something because look at him, he's too cold. So I'm gonna check out my inventory and I'm gonna eat some of these Hyrule Herrings. I'm gonna stop the video again so we can check out the inventory on this place. We can see Hyrule Hair, there's a description, there's a little heart which indicates how much it heals, and there's all the materials that I have gathered for cooking or for I'm gonna guess it's for making items. This is my first time playing the game. I've only played for a few hours and I just wanted to record this for you guys. So let's keep playing. Actually, let's think about the developers standing on this. So what they tried to do here, you can see the UI, you can see options that everyone expects, but it's called attention to detail. So you can see they have the temperature measurement on the center right of the screen close to Link, to the left of Link. We have sort, we have hold. You can make Link hold items. We can go back, we can select an item and use it as you have seen, or we can rotate Link to look at him. We can go use L and R to change windows, and then you use the right thumbstick to change internal windows within your window. This is very smart. You always want to use as many buttons as you can, but make them instinctive, like just make them work in a way that the player doesn't have to think about what they're doing. So let's go. Let's keep going. So I'm eating, and I decide to keep walking. You can see, I'm going to stop again, and you can see the adrenaline, the energy, the stamina indicator on the top of Link. I can run all I want, but it's very clear that I'm getting tired. And if I get tired, I'm just going to not be able to run anymore. So I stop. This is instinctive. You want your players to know what's happening at all times through visual language. It's a very simple visual language. You can see how the little bar just drops and then just regenerates anytime you stop running. So it makes sense. I have to try the Sheikah state for you guys. So you get to choose wherever you want to go. There's several places. And so I'm gonna go to the Shrine of Reincarnation. They play a really nice animation. Link is aware that something's happening to him, and we had another loading screen. Of course, we have to load the next place, but since we are close and the environments are the same, look at how fast it loads. It loads in a few seconds. For the Wii U, in a game this large, it's pretty fast. Let's go. We are teleporting. So we are in Shrine of Resurrection. This is where you start the game. Spoiler alert. This game starts with Link already. Shit, I shouldn't say anything about it. So let's just go. You can jump in this game, which is interesting. Remember when they said, forget everything you know about Zelda? Where one of the things that happens is that you can jump. When I jumped for the first time, I was really surprised. It's a reward. It's different. What you want to do with your games, always do something the player never expects. Always pay attention to the details. Always know what your player wants. So I'm raising my shield. You can raise your shield with the C button. You can swing around with your Y button. You can jump again, and then you can just walk. You walk pretty fast. So there's water over here, so I'm gonna swim in it. You have an amount of energy for swimming. Of course, you get tired. If you hit X, you go faster. Since I'm running out of steam, I have to climb on this ledge. You will climb easily, and then I just dropped by mistake, so I'm gonna go back up. I like that shader effect. From a developer's standpoint, that shader effect is pretty nifty, pretty nice. The fact that you can go through Link seamlessly, it feels natural. It feels the camera is seamless. So we're in the Temple of Time. It's really close to where we spawn, and I spot an enemy in front of me. So I'm gonna fight that enemy. I'm gonna try my bow first, so you can see how it works. I'm using the right thumbstick or the aiming with the Wii mode. So you can see how it arcs. If I aim right at this, he's really close to me, so I can aim at his head, and he got a critical hit. I pull out my sword and my shield, and it's not a sword, it's a mace. I by mistake press L instead of Z, and so I hit my enemy. It's easy. If you dodge an enemy on time, this happens. Time slows down, and you can use a special move. I only have one special move, so I'm gonna guess there's more. You can jump attack, and then you can grab stuff. They drop me a Key's eyeball, which is a material. Key's wings. The guy drops his weapon, which is the same weapon I use in a Boko Club. And I just grabbed everything for good measure. Let's keep running. You can see how pretty everything is. We can see really far, which is a good point. Again, from a developer's standpoint, you can see that they want to show you how big the world is, even from the start. Let's see these apples. I cannot grab it, but if I jump, I will be able to grab an apple. I can also climb the tree. I can climb anything I want. As long as Link can grab it. I can get on the tree, and I could jump to grab that apple, but I'm really bad at jumping, so I don't do it. So I grab a Hyrule Herb, and I find more enemies. Let's see how this fares. This is the first time I find this type of enemy. So I'm gonna change this weapon to the Bokoblin arm. I killed a Bokoblin, and he dropped his arm. I can hit with the shield, parry, and then hit attack. Then let's go to the other enemy. I'm gonna change to the Boku Spear, and I'm gonna just kill this thing. I can change to the Woodcutter Axe. I have many weapons. It's not just a sword or a hammer anymore. You can actually find more weapons. So let's check it out. Look at this. This is a charge attack. Every weapon has a charge attack. Many of them are sword type weapons, like the arm is a sword, so you just do the typical spin attack. But this weapon, it was better. It's a whirlwind type attack. If you've ever played Diablo, that's what it makes me think. So we have the typical dead goblins that spawn at night. These guys are going to be stronger, so I'm going to throw this club at them. I don't gather enough strength and the weapon's too heavy, so I don't actually get any distance on it. Woodcutter's axe. Vocal spear. I'm going to equip my spear. I'm going to do a charge attack with this spear, so you guys can see how it works. Charge it. Oh, interrupted. And now you see there's a different type of charge attack. Adding variety to your game always gets the player to wonder, hey, what happens if I grab a new weapon? There's more excitement, there's new stuff to discover every time, and you want people to think about it. So my woodcutter's axe is badly damaged. They added, I'm gonna pause this for a second, they added durability to weapons. That had never really existed beyond weapons that broke in The Legend of Zelda. What's the thought about this? The thought behind this? Why would they do this from a developer's standpoint? Well, what they did was add a way to force players to change weapons, to find new weapons, to explore more. It may be annoying at times, I'm sure, but the whole point of doing this is to add a new layer of complication, of excitement, of mystery to the game. Is there a weapon that will never break? The only way to find out is by playing. It attracts you to playing more of the game. So let's keep going with our game dev review. Play. Climb. And I'm gonna grab my weapon that I threw. And you saw that I grabbed one of their arms too. Okay, so there was enemies over here, and I killed them. But I'm gonna actually show you guys how it explodes, how explosions work in this game. So there's a bunch of explosive barrels here. If I drop my arrow, it doesn't work. But I also have fire and ice arrows. This is a bow changing UI. This is the tablet changing UI, which doesn't work for this, but I'm gonna change my arrows now. Load my arrow and shoot it at the explosive. Look at that. If there were enemies, they would be all dead. And I see a stone over there. I wanna roll that stone down. How do you roll a stone down, you will wonder? Well, honestly, I'm gonna check my arrows. I want to change them. I'm not gonna attack these people. But yeah, I'm gonna roll this stone down. Do you see that arc? This is a beautiful, beautiful arc. Look at this. Look at that. It's not a straightforward shot, and that's good. So let's climb this. To push this stone down, you don't even have to press a button. Link knows. He just pushes it down, and physics take care of the rest. There's no predetermined way that this will work. I mean, there's some intention behind placing it there, but there's not an actual work of code to make it work. It's just physics. So I'm gonna show you guys. I was trying to show you how this ice block thing works, but it doesn't work. This is no water, and I hadn't noticed. But you know, I'm gonna try the amiibo now. I'm gonna touch the amiibo to the NFC standpoint. What it does is it drops some items. I'm gonna grab these items. I had never had one of these items, so the first time they describe it for you, it says it's worked with the touch, and if you cook it, it will give you cold resistance. And then you have raw meat, the same. If you cook it, it gives you something way different. I don't have any way to cook anything, otherwise I will show you guys. But yeah, let's go. There's a group of enemies here. What do? I'll fight them. In order to fight them, you have many ways, but they added strategy through. I'm gonna pause right now so I can explain what's gonna happen. Okay. With this pause, what we're going to do is see around us. They added strategy to the game. Right now, as I'm playing the game, I'm thinking, how am I going to approach this? The first time I saw that guy in that tower, I thought, he's going to spot me, but I'm not scared of one guy. So what he does is, he spots you, he sees you, and he blows a horn, and people come out of that cave and attack you. You can see there's a few explosive barrels to the left. And this is interesting because this is right at the start of the game. They show you this right at the start so you can get used to it. It's a way of showing a tutorial without doing an actual tutorial. It's the way Miyamoto always does since Mario 1, the first Mario. So, let's keep playing. I'm gonna play the video, you're gonna see the guy spot me, and then you're gonna see the action unfold, and then we'll explain. I'm gonna let you hear what happens. Let's go. Okay guys, now we're here. Let's see what happened. Step by step. Let's just go over it again. First, the first thing that happened is I was approaching them. I was approaching the guy on the top of the tower, the bokoblin, and he spotted me. What he did was he blew up his horn so everyone could know, that there was a threat over here. He blew it up, and then I approached it. I stop and I look to the left to see what's in there. There's 3 enemies. There's a barrel. There's 2 bats. I didn't see the bats at first, but I see them after they attack me. And then I'm like, oh, this is trouble. This is real trouble. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna change to my fire arrows. Try really hard to not mess it up. I'm gonna shoot an arrow to that barrel and win the fight. When I try to do this, the bokoblin hits me with an arrow from the top right. But you can see in this little frame that one of the bokoblins inside the cave grabbed an explosive barrel and he's gonna throw it at me, but the cave's mouth is right in front of him and he hasn't noticed. It's like real life. It's actually really good. So he hasn't noticed and he's gonna throw that at me and try and kill me, but then what happens is he throws at himself and everyone around him and he activates the other explosives and kills himself. Except one guy. So what I do is I pull out my weapon, start fighting this bat, and then fight the other guy. I get 3/4 of a heart. This guy's raining arrows on me. I could heal right now, but I'm brick. I'm not gonna heal. I'm just gonna fight this guy. So I hit him a couple times. He loses his weapon. I switch to another bokoblin and he has to reach for his weapon, so I'm not gonna let him reach for it. I'm gonna kill him before that happens. And he's eliminated. So I switch to my woodcutter's axe, climb the ladder, and I attack this guy from behind. He's not noticing. This is weird. So I got a sneak attack, and then I get a reward. Very typical of Zelda. I was lucky to not have cleared this, so I could show you guys. So I'm gonna take his weapon. It's a really strong weapon. This is the first time I see this weapon, actually. And so we grab a few things. I'm just gonna move on and go grab the chest, so you guys can see how Link opens chests in this game. You can see the design of every cave. If you feel, the whole point of this design is to make you feel. We have quest logs, by the way, and we have memories. I don't have any memories. It's a mystery. You want to collect this. I'm gonna heal some, and while I heal, I'm just gonna mention that again, environments are really important. Environments draw you into the game. This is my Chica Slate, by the way. And it's really quite an interesting thing, honestly, that just this fog, just this very simple game. Let's go open this chest, whatever. This is one of the many ways he opens them. I got 5 fire arrows, which is not that great a reward, but it's something. And let's go. I shoot one and burn myself. You can actually take fire damage, burn damage in this game. I get some arrows, and I'm going to teleport to somewhere with where there's some water. I'm gonna travel. And it's probably gonna be a loading screen. So, loading, and the important part here to notice is fights feel natural. Fights feel fluid. There's no C locking with, I mean, there's C locking, but there's no screen shrinking because of it. Omen or Shrine. Every shrine has some challenges. I'm not gonna go in here, although you probably saw the shrine in some video somewhere. I'm not gonna fight these guys. I'm gonna run away to show you guys how to use powers with your Sheikah Slate. So right now I have the amiibo power, but I don't want to do that, and I need space, so I'm gonna just get rid of these guys. They're still alive because at the end you have to destroy their heads. If you don't, they just rearm. Yep. Now this time. Okay. This is where I can use my Sheikah Slate. The Sheikah Slate is basically a Nintendo Switch or Wii U screen. So first I'm gonna use Cryonis. Cryonis, what it does is it creates blocks of ice, which you can climb to help you get to new places. It's a replacement for the ice scepter. The magnet. The magnet gets you to grab metallic things and move them around. So you just throw this little beam at it, and you can move it. You can pull it. You can put it up, put it down. You can use it as a bridge. There's many bridges. There's some doors that open with this. And the best part about this thing, for me, that I'm really bad at aiming. I'm not good at aiming. The good part about this is the look at this spinning attack, as I was telling you before. I'm almost done with the gameplay video, but I'm gonna keep talking for a little more. I'm gonna stop it now. I have a torch, guys, by the way. It's really important. For some reason, I feel the torch is really important. So I'm gonna go back and show you guys again some UI. But honestly, I'm gonna go to the materials menu again, so you guys can see. Oh, no. Actually, I'm gonna show you guys some more of my Frozen Link gameplay. So here goes. While I talk. So again, game dev review for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. We have seen many elements. We have seen how there's a lot of game feel, how the battles are really fluid, how there's an objective, there's feeling to it. You have a character that's following you around. You haven't seen him yet because I don't want to spoil you, but this guy just shows you stuff, talks to you, and it's really mysterious the way he treats you. He knows that you're someone special in the world, and that's amazing because Link sometimes doesn't get recognition. Even if he's the hero of time, he has to learn how to use his sword. No one taught me how to use the sword in this game. The tutorial is included in the gameplay. There's no old man trying to show you how to use a sword. No need for that. The game does that itself. So there's fast travel, there's nice animations. The graphics, they made the best that they could. Of course, you see everyone giving this game high ratings. It's because it's a well-built game. The UI works. There's enough options. Music is amazing. Combat, again, is just great. It draws you in. I haven't been drawn into a game like this in a really long time. So I give this game a rating of very well developed, perfectly developed. Good job Miyamoto, good job Nintendo team, and thank you for giving us this game. I hope everyone gets to play this game at some point, because this may be the new Ocarina of Time. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, please leave a comment so I can create more videos. You can suggest more video games. I have a lot of games we can review, so just suggest some with me, and we can do a game dev review. See you guys later.